Welcome to King's Court. Our guest needs no introduction. I've known him for a couple years. He's a actor, comedian, businessman. He does it all. From Chicago, south side of Chicago. He's from the hood. He was raised in the hood. He still lives in the hood. He visits from time to time. You've seen him on Second City. You've seen him in your city. Probably stealing from your, Give it up for Lamorne Morris, y'all.
Oh, thank you. So there's a few lies in there that I want to tackle.
Tackle?
Just want to tackle them.
Okay.
You said that we've been friends for a couple of years.
Right.
I've known you for well over a decade.
Yeah, that's a couple of years.
A couple of years is 2.
Really?
You know who you know for 2 years? Random girls on Raya.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might know them for a couple years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga at the gas station. When then you move and you don't know that nigga no more, or you get an electric
Wait, I know
car.
you for a decade?
Bro, 2012, wasn't it?
Is that when I slid in your DMs?
You slid in my DMs and said, "Hey man, I like your stuff. Man, can we let's work together?" And then I saw your stuff and I said, "Oh, this kid's a genius."
Damn.
And
Yeah, I was watching you. I was watching you on New Girl doing your thing.
Yeah,
doing your thing. 7 seasons. Syndication? That syndicated show?
Yes, sir.
Wait, you get that syndicated money?
I think the world knows you have more money than me.
What are you talking about?
Knock it off.
Wait, syndicated money?
I make an honest living. You, my friend, rake it in.
Wait. Syndicated money is different. Like, what's that show?
What, Big Bang Theory?
No, Friends.
Friends?
Friends, because they're still making money to this day.
Yeah.
See, the internet shut down. It's over for me.
Not true. How many? First of all, I want to say you've done more movies than I've done.
Yeah, but movies, what? What's the thing? The residuals on movie that don't do nothing compared to TV.
I don't know what your deal looks like.
See, see, now he's talking. Now in the business side of him talking.
I know the business side with you. So I want the folks out there to know something. I've seen screenshots of his bank account. I've seen it. 9 figures this man is worth.
All right, man. Let's get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Chicago.
Yeah.
South side.
South side.
Damn, that's the hood, right?
South side is, there's different parts of the South side, but where I grew up, yeah.
And then how is it? So at what age did you say, you know what, I want to be an actor?
Ooh, for me, I didn't say it out loud, but I was doing it. I was performing.
Why didn't you say it out loud?
Because I didn't know what the hell that meant. I was a kid. I was mocking the preacher. I was imitating the preacher. I was doing impressions and stuff. I'm talking as a child.
See, back where I'm from, I never said it out loud because if in Florida, I was born in Canada, raised in Florida. In Florida, if you wanted to be an actor, you were gay. That was it. So I remember the first time I told this girl my dreams. I was like, I want to be I remember it was like 4th grade. I said, I want to be an actor. She said, I didn't know you were gay. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? These are my dreams. So from that day, I never told anybody I wanted to be an actor.
But you sucked a lot of dick.
I had to suck a dick. You had to.
Harvey Weinstein tried to suck my penis.
Okay, Cat. Why would you say that, Cat?
Because I had a penis and he wanted to suck it. I said, no, I'm not wearing the dress. Sorry. But then, you know what's so crazy is that was the thing about actors, and that comes from an ignorant mindset. They're like, oh, you have to wear makeup,
right? Yeah,
that must mean you like men. You're like, what? No, it's part of I have to wear makeup,
right? Yeah,
my skin tone is 2 different shades. I gotta correct it, or I got bags under my eyes. I have to wear makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that just comes from a place of ignorance with folks.
Yeah.
But
so your reason for not telling people was because?
Well, I was a child. I didn't say it out loud, but I until I knew that it could be a profession. So there was no negative reason behind why I didn't say it. It's just that I didn't know that was an option. When I grew up, I thought I was going to play basketball.
Really?
That's all we did was play. That's literally school, during school, before school, after school. We just play basketball.
Was you nice with it?
When I was younger.
Well, everybody nice when they young.
No, but I was
3-year-olds.
Nice.
Oh, for real?
I was nice.
Oh, you was Hemi Butler.
Bro, I was him.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like Victor Himbinyama. That was me. That was me. But then I got to high school and I was like, no.
Right.
I am not him.
Why? Because your growth spurt stopped?
It wasn't that. You know what it is? And I blame this on my father wasn't there when I was growing up. So,
Damn,
so
rest
there,
in peace.
Well, but there are moments where like when you fail at something,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't do too well at something, usually you have somebody to motivate you and go, well, listen, that's just the obstacle.
Right.
You failed today, but you got to work hard and then build that back up.
Mm.
My mindset, because I didn't have that type of guidance, was,
Yeah.
oh, you failed, you ain't good enough. Figure out something else.
Really?
And I quit. Like the moment I got cut from the basketball team, like I just quit. I was like, well, clearly this ain't for me.
So how has not growing up with the father affected your career, your life?
I could say my mom did a great job though, being both parents, but she worked a lot too. So a lot of times when it was like, oh, this happened to me, or I didn't do well in this, she'd go, well, sometimes you gotta just take your L's,
Right.
as opposed to going, well, just stop acting like a little bitch and
Right.
man up and try again, work hard in the summer, do this, do that. So for me as an adult,
Right.
there's still a lot that I'm learning about life. You know
Right.
what I mean? That I just never learned, growing up. There's a level of maturity that I still have, that I'm still figuring out. And especially now I have to do it on the fly because I have a kid now.
Yeah. And as your friend, I've noticed this certain character about you is you're very loyal to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone is nice to you at first, you'll be loyal to them. And if they betray you, you're still loyal to them.
Mm.
Because we've had conversations like this, like side, privately, but I just want to know where does that come from? Because someone is toxic in your life, but you'll still keep them around. Why is that?
I don't know. That is something that I've noticed. I have a hard time separating. It's weird. It's like I don't like to let people down and you know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know how to frame it. I just I feel like, oh, there's an ounce of space that I might have. It's like, all right, you can feel it. All right, I guess I'll hang out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I could do this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the most healthy thing that I could be doing.
Right.
But, I have good people around me as well.
Yeah, of course.
That will remind me, yeah, you stay away from this nigga.
Right.
And then over time, I do. There are a lot of friends, former friends that are no longer in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I leave that on them. I leave the onus on them to do something crazy. And then I kind of exit stage left.
Right.
But it shouldn't, you're right, it shouldn't take multiple times.
But my question is, do you think that's a lack of a father figure? Because for me, like, you see how quick I'll say no to stuff. Like, I'll say no, boom, boom. No, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it because I think it's from my dad. My dad taught me, it's like, if you don't want to do something, be a man, say no. And he taught me never let people borrow money, never do anything like that. And I know, I don't want to put all your business out here like this, so tell me if I'm saying too much, but I know you support your, not just your family, you support your family tree. Your whole family goes off of your money. So I want to know why.
Not all of them, but
Okay.
a good. Well, for me, it's family over everything. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like I don't look at finances as something that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I can't take it with me. When I die, it's for my family. Especially now that I have a kid, it's all for her and for my family. Again, where I come from, there weren't a lot of opportunities for people to grow and to get out and to do the things that they really needed to do. That's resources and schools and etc. So there is a bit of survivor's remorse, but also at the same time, I have more than enough. And
I knew it. That's the question. Got him,
No,
ladies and gentlemen. He got more than enough.
Well, what I mean by that is I'm not in my car anymore. I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a negative in front of my bank account anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So why not help the folks out around me, as best as I can? Because at the end of the day, we're better as allies than we are separate. And I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be, I can't, I just can't do it. I can't eat a sandwich across the street from somebody who's starving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. When I go out to eat, everybody eating. You know what I mean? I don't need people who don't have the money to feel some type of way that they can't eat where I eat.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't, I don't feel good about it. And it's not what you need to be doing is saving your money and don't do it. I can't take it with me, man.
Right.
I can't take it with me. And, if I can help somebody, I'll help them. And there's no questions asked. You ain't gotta pay me back. You know what I'm saying? Just do it for somebody else. If you can pay it forward, if you can use your abundance to help somebody else out, please do that. And hopefully I'll be an example for folks, who do come into some money and some resources, and they can share that with other people and not hoard it for themselves. Because you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the struggle of you coming to Hollywood and making it to where you are now. Just because I know they say this is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It is harder to make it, almost impossible to make it in this industry if your dad isn't who Denzel Washington, if your dad isn't Will Smith, if you don't have the lineage, if you don't have that, it's harder to make it in this industry. How did you make it in this industry without having the connections and just doing it all by yourself? Unless you sucked a dick. Let me know, because then this question is void.
But I would say the Illuminati had a lot to do with it.
Illuminati, right?
I sold myself. I did wear a dress in a Big Mama's House parody.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was a parody of Big Mama's House 3.
Ricky Smiley, Tyler Perry, and Lamorne Morris can't play a man and say they like.
It was a Funny or Die sketch. Go look it up. I definitely did a parody of a movie where they were wearing dresses in it. So I think that had a lot to do with my Hollywood career.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about the wearing the dress thing. What? Who cares? I don't get it. Like,
well, some people say this is what I read a lot of comments under, like, people saying things or having remarks about it,
right.
And I will see people say, Hollywood has been trying to emasculate black men for so long.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
that's what it is. Now, I don't know if that's true. Mm-hmm. I can't say that it is.
But white
true.
people be wearing dresses too,
right? But we shouldn't use white people as our barometer of what we should and shouldn't be doing. Because if you do that, now you're saying they are better than us when we're all the same. Mm-hmm. You are putting somebody at a higher level than you, and I don't think we should do that. However, I don't know if Hollywood is trying to emasculate black men. I don't know that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they are, I guess I'm not at that level of these other folks where I've been getting these weird phone calls and invited to these secret parties.
Because I did a movie, Where's the Money? Mm-hmm. You could check it out. And there was a scene, they asked me to wear a dress. Mm-hmm. I ain't had no problem wearing a dress. I didn't care. But I knew the rumors. The rumors are black man wearing a dress. So I was like, fuck no, I ain't wearing your dress. Get the fuck out my trailer. And I didn't wear the dress. I wore a diaper instead. I wore a diaper.
So you got two options, Batch.
Yeah, but that's what it was. It was like, I ain't wearing a dress. And then, you got me and Logan Paul wearing a diaper in this thing.
Logan Paul took off.
Yeah, damn. That diaper did
it. And you took off.
Damn, it's a diaper, ain't it?
Yo, you wore the diaper, bro.
But like, that's the thing. It's like, who's making up these rules? Like, who's making these things?
I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I knew what it was.
Right.
When people speak about gatekeepers and things like that, I could understand that there is a level of who you know in this business and who's friends with who, because let's be honest, producers, directors, casting directors, they want to cast the people that they know personally and that they like. Mm-hmm. And for me, that's just based off of that actor's reputation. Is he a good person on set? Does he treat people nice? Is he respectful? Things like that. And then you find yourself working a lot. Mm-hmm. It ain't. Now, if some pervert try to get you to do some weird shit, to me, that's an outlier. That's a different thing. Has it happened to people? I'm quite sure, especially probably to women.
Has it happened to you?
Never.
Right.
Sometimes I be wishing one of these lady directors, Ava DuVernay, tell me you want me to do something weird to you.
It ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be Harvey Weinstein in your
that's
ass.
What I'm saying. I don't want Harvey Weinstein all behind me and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I look behind me, I want to see Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, yeah.
You met Oprah.
I met Oprah.
How was that?
Oh my God. I haven't washed my hands since.
That's disgusting.
I know. Honestly, it was.
Did she know who you were?
I believe so.
Oh, wow.
She said, I know this face, but I don't know if,
she was being racist.
Yeah, you look like every other nigga that's trying to shake my hand. But I met her, they were honoring Oprah, Meryl Streep, Michael B. Jordan, and Sophia Coppola at this event.
So let's talk about this whole Oprah Taraji situation. Taraji has recently come out and saying, being honest about, her not making enough. Is this gonna bother? Her not shake. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about this Oprah situation. Taraji came out and said that in the recent films and stuff that she's done over the course of her career, she hasn't made enough money to sustain the life that she's living. And we're all thinking these actors are making millions upon millions and millions of dollars. So what do you think about this whole situation?
Well, I mean, I can't speak to her personally. You know what I mean? If that's what she's saying, I believe her 100%, because there have been plenty of times where I felt like I was grossly underpaid. That's often, you know what I mean? Especially when you compare what you're making to some of your other counterparts. You go, oh damn, like where's the value difference? You know what I mean? Why is this person making more money than this person? Viola Davis said something when people say, "Oh my gosh, you're just as good as Meryl Streep. You're the black Meryl Streep." And they're like, and she's like, "Well, pay me like you pay Meryl Streep. If you're saying that, pay me like you pay Meryl Streep." But doesn't happen that way. For whatever that case, or for whatever that reason is, you know what I mean? I don't quite know. But for Taraji, it must be coming from a place of honesty, because you don't get that vulnerable and you don't get that emotional about something that is false. You know what I mean? It's happening to her. Taraji is one of the greatest actors we've seen. You know what I mean? It's almost like whenever she does something, it's a home run. You know what I mean? She is a sought out actor. So if you are a sought out actor, let's put it like this, she brings people to the theater.
Yeah.
When Taraji's doing a movie, black folks were like, "Oh, that's Taraji." There's a value in that, and it's financial, and it's high, because those movies are making a lot of money. Taraji's not in it. It might be a different actor who ain't got that fan base.
Right. So my question is, she's been in the industry long enough to know that the way you make money on those is on the producing side. So, I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of it, but why isn't she on the back end of these films?
Well, she probably is. She probably is, but it's probably not a high percentage if she's, and I'll also tell you this too. It's not as easy to get, points on a film as people might think.
Right.
And whoever her reps are, and maybe they haven't negotiated well.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't tell you. But
I did a film with her, and she's one of the nicest ladies ever. She's sweet, she's professional, she does it.
But also I will say this, that's not only how actors make money on their movies. People make money from their pay, like you get a fee. Denzel show up, they got to pay this man $20-something million, whether he does the movie or not. If he's agreed to do it and you ask him to do it, whether you make that movie or not, you got to pay him.
Right.
That type of money. If the way Taraji's speaking, she ain't getting $20 million a movie.
Right.
$25 million, blah, blah, blah. She ain't, so that's what she should be getting. You know what I'm saying? Like Terrence Howard spoke about it too. Terrence Howard spoke about how he did Hustle and Flow, and he only made $12,000 from Hustle and Flow.
And the music, they took that music from
they called they said the music was by DJ, his character name, so now they own the rights to that. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of ways for you to get screwed over.
Is that ignorance, or is that them screwing?
Listen, it's them screwing him. However, that's what they're supposed to do. That's business. If I run a studio, my business is to cut costs. Yeah. It's up to your agent and your managers to fight their asses off, and for you to say no or be willing to walk away. If the only way your quote gets higher is if you're willing to say no. Like somebody offers you $100 and you say no, and they don't gonna find the person they want. And they go, all right, we'll give you $1 million. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to walk away, because if you say yes, then you say yes. That's a part of negotiating. Again, if I ran a studio, I'm not going to try to fuck people, because there is plenty to go around. Let's just be honest. There's plenty of money to go around in this business, but the people at the top, they want their money too. You want your money, and it's like, unfortunately, you, the actor, has to get it from them. So how you gonna get it from them?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's go back talking to about your career. You were known as that guy. Commercial after commercial after commercial.
Yeah.
You was him. How did what secret sauce did you figure out?
I'll tell you, it was the ability to improvise,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a trait and a skill that I think every actor should have. You know, don't be so glued to the page that you don't have the ability to pivot in the middle of a performance. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to bounce off the fly. I was late for an audition once, and I hadn't booked. You know what I'm saying? But I was running really late. I want to say either I had to borrow a friend's car or a friend dropped me off. But I get there and I'm sweating and I'm running in. I'm like, because usually when you get to the commercial audition, they give you the sides or they've emailed it to you already and you got time to kind of work over it. And commercials aren't very long, so you can memorize it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I get there and they're like, Lamorne, did you read the sides? I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. I read them. And now the reason why they were waiting, because they knew I was on the schedule, they were reading the guys first, then they were reading the women, and then the callbacks would be pairing people up.
In the same day?
Same day. So now the women were waiting. And they were waiting for me to get there. They're like, okay, we got one more audition left. Let's just hurry up and see him. So I run in like, yeah, I read it on my phone. I get in there and I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't read it. Like, I gotta think of something. But luckily they had the big chart, or what do you call it, whiteboard with the lines on it. Mm-hmm. So while I'm doing the scene with her like this, I keep like looking over at the words, kind of like, so I was like, this is gonna be bad. So the first take was a little rough. Second take, I was like, looking at while they were giving me notes, I just wasn't paying attention to them. I was just trying to get the words like this. And they go, action, and I blank out again. And so because of that, I just started making shit up. I made up shit that was apparently much funnier than the script.
Wow.
And they asked me to stay for the they didn't call anybody else back. They just asked me to stay and read with all the rest of the women. That same casting director then called me back the following day to read for a Twix commercial. Then they said, do the same thing you did yesterday. Did that, booked that one. Then she called me and offered me a part in a commercial. Flew me to Budapest, did the whole thing. It turned into, I had a reputation for just being funny quickly.
Yeah.
And I just started booking. You know what I mean? Like literally, one day, -11 in the bank account. One day, no car. Next day,
you're him.
Hey, I was very blessed to, it's like a blessing in disguise. I don't have a car anymore. It's like, so what are you going to do? I hit rock bottom. I don't know how I'm going to eat. I literally didn't know I would walk down the street and pretend that I was just getting the casual walk in. But I was really looking for quarters and shit on the ground. So I could save up enough money to go grab something to eat that day. That's how I was living in LA for a little bit. Not too long. I've been good 6-7 months or something like that.
Damn, that's a long time.
It was a long time. But I luckily it was a blessing in disguise. You back against the wall, you have no other options. You start you start using your instincts. And my instincts are to improvise. Shout out Second City. Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like it may have looked like a disaster, you showing up late to this, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same story you have for New Girl, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Man, so during pilots, so I didn't have a manager or an agent. Ended up, I had a bunch of commercials. So I used my commercials to build a reel. Sent that reel out, nobody bit. Got an audition for something, by way of another friend from Chicago who was auditioning for something. He got sick. So, hey, can you fill in for me in this showcase for HBO? I was like, great. I go to do it, but his manager wants to see my headshot reel, resume, or whatever. So I send that over. There's no representation on it. So she's like, oh, maybe you want to come take a meeting with us. And this is a company called Odenkirk. And so Naomi Odenkirk and Brooke Popjoy, they were the folks over there at the time, and they immediately wanted to sign me. And then my buddy Ramses was at a place called Global Artist Agency. Global Artist Agency, boutique agency, it's really small. They were like, we'll sign Lamorne if he switches over to us commercially. Because again, they had saw my commercials. And they're like, he gonna be working. So I said, okay, cool. But 2 months later, I'm on New Girl. And the story behind that was, pilot season, my first pilot season, I ended up being offered 2 shows at the same time. It was The Assistants on CBS, and then it was New Girl back when it was called Chicks and Dicks, and so for the role of Coach. But I had a few auditions at that point. And what happens is when you're testing for an audition, this is a tedious story, but what happens is when you're testing for something, you walk into a room and you sign a contract, and they're picking between two people. Now the producers
when
are
you
like,
sign this contract, what? Just so people who don't know, what does this contract mean when you're testing?
So you're testing. That means you're about to get put on a television series.
It's the last audition.
It's the last audition. It's the final audition after however many auditions. And it's your host, your lawyer has already negotiated the deal. We're going to pay you $25,000 an episode. Okay, great. And, you sign it now because if we say, once you sign it, they have the right of first position for you, meaning you can't go book something else. They have their time. They take their time to decide if they want to use you, they want to use me, or they want to use Batch. You know what I'm saying? We both signed our deals. So I was about to sign my deal for New Girl before I tested. So I didn't have the job yet. But I'm not joking. Walking into the room with the casting director, my phone started ringing because I didn't turn it off because my agent was like, don't turn it off just in case this other offer comes in. And I was like, I've never had a pilot season. They're not going to shoot me an offer.
Right.
She called and she was like, don't sign the contract. CBS just made you an offer. And I was like, oh, shit. So CBS made me an offer, like a straight offer, meaning I don't have to go and read again. It's mine. The job is mine if I want it. New Girl, I had to go read for it. Here was the consequence of going to read for New Girl if I decided to go do that. I could read for them, not book it. CBS makes me come and audition. Not book that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who the other actors are. These other actors could be fucking killers. You know what I'm saying? They could have a good day. You know what I'm saying? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So right. I took the job. And what's funny is that a day before that, I sat with my buddy Ramses and I sat with Chad Boseman at the time. And Chad was giving me advice on he said, at the end of the day, you won't go wrong choosing the job that makes you the happiest. It's like, you don't know if you're going to get that job, but you can't have regrets like that. So I went to do the test anyway. So because he said, you should go do the test, go audition. So I went to audition, but the offer came in from the other show. So I was like, got to take the other offer. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so by doing that, they went and got Damon. They went and got a partially available Damon.
You turned down New Girl.
Yes. Whew. Because after I missed the test, they read some other people. Then called literally 2 hours after I signed the contract for CBS. They then called me or my manager and agent and said, "Hey, if we make Lamorne the offer today, will he accept it?" And I was like, "No, I just agreed to. I'm not going to screw over CBS." Right. You know what I'm saying?
CBS was a big dog.
They the only ones paying people out here. You know what I'm saying? So CBS was the ones that really they showed me love initially at the top. Great cast. It was a great project to be a part of, but we didn't get picked up. And because we didn't get picked up, I was a free agent again. Damon, they ended up casting Damon, knowing damn well he was on a show already called Happy Endings. Yeah. But nobody thought it was going to get picked up for a second season. They cast Damon, he shoots the pilot, they love him in it, and they don't want to replace him. They just they know he has to leave because his show then gets picked up. So they're like, we need to on the fly create a new character and have auditions for it. Because Damon has to leave, so we need another character to come in. And hopefully, if Happy Endings doesn't go, we can bring Damon back. So that's what they did. They created the Winston character, and I had to audition 15 fucking times.
15 times?
Yeah, they put me through the ringer on that. I think part of it was on purpose.
They did it on purpose?
They had to. They had to have.
15 times? 15. When they wanted to give it to you earlier?
15, damn it.
But it's worth it.
I'm grateful for every 15 of those auditions.
Winston Bishop.
Sorry, that was a really long.
No. It's great. I did a thing on Instagram. I said I'm interviewing Lamorne today, having him on the pod. What are some questions you have? Let me just pull up some.
What they want to see the abs. What they want to see.
One of this guy said,
see these muscles.
Yeah, you do be showing out on the
I
ground.
want to see these.
Cause on Fargo, you was a oompa loompa.
Yeah, I had to cut the Fargo away. I was going for a Carl Winslow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you was going for.
Nah, that's what just happened. You sitting there in Calgary, ain't nothing to do but eat and drink. Boy, your boy got big. Your boy got belly-fied.
Someone said
You ever go to take a piss and you look down and you can't see your dick because your belly is
That happened to you?
this? Man, I was like, okay.
That happened to you?
I said, this is too much. Yeah, I said, this is too much. I gotta get rid of this belly.
Wait, how much did you lose? Wait, how much did you gain first?
I got up to 205, I want to say. And that was mostly belly. Now I'm back down to like 165.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into that in a second. All right. Question. I was just on set with him today. Sorry, not a question. LOL. You was on set with someone named Tom V?
I don't know who Tom B. They were on set with me
Yeah, today.
today. Were they doing background?
I don't know.
I mean, who's
Does
picture?
this guy look familiar?
Probably. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Was a lot of people on set today?
We had a big set today. We had a big, I'm shooting a show now called Unstable, for Netflix, and we had a big like convention scene.
Oh,
There
dope.
was a lot of people there. Yeah.
Can you do a King Batch impersonation?
Can I do a King Batch impersonation? I don't think I can. I don't know. You, like myself, I sometimes think people can't do an impression of me because I don't do anything impressionable. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a very like. That's why you're so. But that's why you're so successful. Is because you could fit in any category.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But I gotta figure. I'm gonna come back to that.
Damn, but then I know I'm not gonna be successful. If you come back with a King Batch impersonation, then I know.
Doesn't mean it's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite movie role you've ever played?
Movie role. Movie role. I'd probably say, oof, that's a tough one, man. I really enjoyed my character in Game Night. That was just a fun cast. The movie was really, really funny, and everybody was a home run hitter on that one. So I enjoyed playing in that space. But character-wise, I got weird in a movie called Bloodshot. And even though my accent was dog shit, I still...
Why do you think so? I don't think it was that bad.
Oh, because
I don't think it was bad at all.
Well, because I didn't win any Oscars for it. I didn't, I don't know. Some people really like the accent.
Yeah.
But I know deep down, I'm like, I could have probably done. I had multiple coaches giving me different, things and pieces of advice. And at that time, I hadn't spent a lot of time in London. So I wasn't really familiar with the different.
Did you go to London to try and learn?
No, but I not to try to learn, but I was going to London anyway for something. And so I decided to spend a few more days there just so I can kind of understand how people talk. But people talk
a few days.
all different ways.
A few days.
What
would Joaquin Phoenix do? How long would he spend out there?
He one of them people that will pull his teeth out for a while. Oh, that's Shia LaBeouf. Like, hey, man, listen, let me tell you something. When this movie is over, I need my teeth. I can't be walking around. I can't be in London for a year to learn.
Oh.
Because, and I'll tell you this, they ain't gonna pay me like they pay Joaquin.
How am I?
When am I gonna have the resources to be out there for that long? That's Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. But you got that new girl money.
Hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about.
And you got that Fargo money. All right. When is Woke coming back on Hulu?
Got sad news to report. Woke has been canceled. So Woke will not be coming back to Hulu, but hopefully it can come to like Amazon Prime or Netflix. Somebody else could pick it up and make that a third season.
That's your first TV show as a lead.
As a lead, yeah.
And how did you feel about that?
I felt great about it, man. It was, to me, it was a sign. Everything I do, anytime somebody shows me appreciation or love for something, I go, I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
It's a constant reminder that just keep doing it. Keep going. It's about the journey. It's not about where you get. So with that show, I was like, damn, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But people trust me to lead a show. And for 2 seasons, I did, which is, it was easy to do when you have a dope cast like we had. You know what I'm saying? Sashir Zameda, T. Murph, Blake Anderson, Rose MacGyver, Amy Garcia, Billy Magnuson. We had a pretty solid cast, man. So, it was easy to do. And the director's Mo Marable, dope. Writer's dope. Keith Knight, dope. Like that was easy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Metro asked.
Is Metro booming?
No.
Hey man. You want some more, nigga? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know him.
No, I thought you know everybody.
I do know a lot of people.
Ain't your best friend Justin Bieber?
We'll talk about that. Why is that always my answer? We'll talk about that. Okay. Second City.
Mm-hmm.
Improv.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see you do a scene as Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. They just want to see an impersonation, but I'm gonna help you out there. I'm gonna give you the thing. Denzel Washington just found out he got an STD from his. Should it be a relationship or should it be a one-night stand? Kyle, what you think? Relationship. Denzel Washington just got an STD from a one-night stand, and he's looking at the results.
Hey, Doc, these are the results, huh?
Those are the results.
Yeah, you want me to read from top to bottom? Okay. Cholesterol, good. Testosterone, good. Syphilis, not so good. Whoa. So that's what you're telling me? I got syphilis, huh? Not so good, huh? Is this on a grading scale, a sliding scale? What is this? Do I either have it or I don't have it? Are you telling me that I indeed have syphilis?
You have syphilis.
Is that what this cough is about?
That's something else. Keep reading.
Chlamydia, also not so good. Oh! So I got a double whammy. I got a twofer. A 2-for-1, huh? Is that what these blisters are about?
Nope, that's something else. Keep
Genital, okay. All right. I'm calling the pharmacy for all these issues. You think? Let me call this bitch. Hold on. Hey, side bitch. You think you can do this to me? Yo, bitch. I'm gonna call you back, huh? I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. Hang up.
Lamorne Morris, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. He still got it. All right. Now let's talk about Fargo.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about Fargo. It's a great show. You killed it.
Thank you, man.
My boy got the drama.
Hey, man.
You got the drama.
Thank you for posting. Thank you for posting about it so much.
No, this is what the podcast is for. This is what the podcast
He got
is for.
150 million followers. Every video he does gets 2.3 billion likes. He's best friends with Justin Bieber. This motherfucker know everybody and did not post about my epic acting ability on Fargo.
I didn't know you was watching me like that.
Bro.
I'm flattered.
Bro, you one of the most visible people on planet Earth. Shut up.
All right, well, this is going to be about you and Fargo. Now, Fargo, already legendary TV show.
Yeah.
Legendary movie. We watched that movie in film school. I love, what I loved about it is about you, because you're known for comedy. And this character, it's not funny, but you still have that charisma and you still have that charm, and you play the vulnerability amazingly. My favorite episode, and I don't know what your favorite. We'll talk about that too. Season 5, episode 8.
Ooh.
Episode 8, my boy went off.
Love that
bro.
episode. Love that episode.
Right?
Yeah, man.
They got to get some kind of award for that, because what's that, the hospital, the doctor?
Yeah, the hospital scene.
Woo, I can't talk too much because I want to spoil it, but season 5, episode 8. But make sure you watch the whole thing.
Yeah, watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
watch all the seasons. This show is, if you haven't seen it, is fucking phenomenal. Season 5, obviously best season.
Right, of course.
But it's great. It's
yeah.
great. It was a fun one, man. I tell you, how I wanted to play the character in this world of crazy characters. Fargo typically has crazy characters with crazy Minnesota accents and things like that. And oh gosh, gee, and that's and they're doing it right. However, I wanted to play my character a little bit more subtle and more earnest because again, you do know me from being cartoony and New Girl and other shows and being zany and big-eyed and rubber face. I wanted to. If I was going to do a show like that, I wanted to shift. I didn't want people to go, "Oh, Lamorne's at Fargo doing that same shtick that he be doing." Like I didn't want that. So I wanted folks to see a different side of the ability that I have. I worked with an acting coach, Anthony Gilardi, who's dope, and a lot of what he would tell me was, sometimes when I'm trying to do too much, he would go, Lamorne, you're already Lamorne. People show up to see you. Trust your humanity.
Dang.
Trust that you are enough. Do the lines. Don't act. Just fucking memorize the lines and do the lines.
Anthony Lenardi?
And Gilardi.
Yeah,
he's great. And he got me out of my, I need to perform this and do this thing, as opposed to like being truthful in it. How do I interpret what's happening with this character? And then just do it. And trust that I am dynamic enough to give off a reaction to the crowd, to the audience, to be entertaining still,
right?
Just by living in this character truthfully, as opposed to saying that I'm going to go in and be this guy,
Right.
Because there's a lot of me that wanted to do that. A lot of me wanted to like go in and with this mission and try to do this. But, it's a big puzzle and I'm trying to figure out what pieces I am to complete the puzzle.
Right. And what I noticed, because in the earlier episodes, your character comes off as not the tough guy. Like this guy's like, oh, I can push this guy over. I can trample all over him. I can walk all over him. But when you get to that episode, you see, and this is what makes a character test higher than other characters. It's that character arc, and your character has such an arc where, at that moment when I don't want to give away too much, but when you're in the lion's den, if you will, by yourself, and surrounded, you stand up for yourself, in a way that is not. It's not dumb. It's not like you said before. It's not, hey, I'm this guy. It had heart. It had love. It had everything behind it. So how did you get to that point? And did that scene start off when you were practicing it? Did it start off rough, and did you get to where it was, or did you just go in?
Yeah, a number of things. You rehearse it a certain way. When I'm rehearsing, I'm rehearsing the whole arc of the story. I do like beats of where my character is emotionally in each episode and what his relationship is with the people around him. So when I meet Roy, I meet him for the first time. You know what I mean? Having known a little bit about him, but I'm also the type of person that has integrity. I'm not going to judge you.
Wait, that's the first time you meet him in the show? On that episode?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, there was some stuff written prior, but certain scenes were moved around, budgets and all kinds of stuff that didn't make that weren't in there, that I actually never shot. So I was supposed to meet him earlier, but I didn't. So now I had to alter certain things. So I meet him now. I know all about him though. Like I know I've seen his work. You know what I mean? I know exactly who he is, and I know what's happening with the woman that he's taking. So I knew I couldn't be the same pushover that I had been, because now is a great opportunity to actually get the job done. And if you watch the show, debt is a huge theme of this show. Jennifer Jason Leigh plays a debt collector, and certain people are in debt. And the one person, Ula Munk on the show, he has to like pay this debt, and there's all these things. My character gets saved in the first episode. And so now his thing is I have to pay her back because I can't owe somebody something. You know what I'm saying? And it's eating at him. So when he sees her again, he's like, okay, I can't just get pushed over. And there's an early episode where he gets pushed over, but he's also on crutches. So So he's like, man, I can't, I can't do shit. But now he's not in crutches, and he got his hand on his gun. So he's like, I don't give a fuck how many of y'all it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's where I was with it. I said, okay, I have to crank it up a notch in this scene, just to kind of. And also, as a performer, I don't always want to play the pussy. You know what I'm saying? The art, everybody, you ain't gonna be a pussy though your whole life. Every once in a while, you do got to stand up for yourself, and that's the same for my character Whit Farr. He's also very capable of beating the motherfucker ass.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But he lives by the serve and protect part of his badge, and so he's like, my job is to serve you and protect you. That's what my job is. If you need help, I got you. I'll protect you at all costs. I'm not going to go and incite a fight, you know what I'm saying, just because he is who he is, you know.
Right.
And sometimes that trait can be good, but it could also be costly for people.
Right. Now, while you're watching the show, it says this is a true story. It's a real story. And they even go as far to say, out of respect for the dead, these events are exactly as they occurred. Now, are you familiar with the true story of it all?
Let me just say that could just be the way Noah Hawley wants to tell the story by having you believe that it's a true story.
Santa Claus ain't real.
but also it could be a true story. It could be based on something that is real. I think overall, what the takeaway should be is that extraordinary things can happen to regular small town people, and the lengths in which they go through for a little bit of money is crazy.
Wait, did Fargo lie? Is this thing true or not?
Yeah, it's based on a true story somewhere, sure. I don't know.
Why you beating around the bush? Is these niggas lying?
You beat around the bush like you're scared to lick pussy, so you eat around the tush.
Okay, all right, wow, that just blew my mind because I'm over here watching it. I'm like, yo, check this out. This shit real. I'm over here preaching like this shit real.
It could be real. It could be a person who's 500 years old.
Oh yeah, they did have someone. It did say 500 years ago. I should have caught on to that. that same man was in medieval times.
Yeah, man. Listen, yeah, I personally know a nigga 300 years old. I know a couple 300-year-old niggas, bro.
Damn,
Why?
it did say that. Okay, all right, cool. Now, filming the show. Where did you guys film at?
We filmed in Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah, the show takes place in North Dakota and Minnesota, and
another lie. Y'all niggas filmed in Calgary.
Yeah, we had to. It looks the same. It looks pretty similar to a lot of the parts in North Dakota. You know, it's close.
And it deals a lot with. To me, it deals a lot. You say that the topic is debt. I would say the topic is domestic violence.
Yeah, that's a big one too. That's definitely a big one.
So in your personal life, have you dealt with a friend or a female that has gone through domestic violence and you helped her out of that situation?
Helped out of a situation?
I mean, if you beat the bitch too, let me know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, no, I'm not going to that. Yeah. But I grew up in that type of household.
Right.
I grew up in that type of household. My father was abusive to my mother, but and you know, I've seen it. I don't think I'm sure I do know women that haven't gone through it. Mm-hmm. Most of the women I know have gone through it.
Really?
Yeah. It unfortunately is something that I don't get it. I don't, you know, I don't quite understand it, but it happens more often than not because most women don't want to talk about it. And then
what advice would you give to someone that's going through a domestic violent relationship and can't find a way out? How do they get out?
Honestly, you just have to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. A lot of times there's an emotional tie there or some sort of fear that person will find you. Mm-hmm. You just got to leave because the people that survive it leave. You know what I mean? And it's hard. I can't speak for the people who didn't have the ability or courage to just get up and leave and fight back. Yeah. Because unfortunately, a lot of times it don't end well. Right.
Because here's the thing. I feel like there's an episode in there that was pretty accurate where John Hamm's character is he's sitting at the diner with that abusive relationship, and he gives him the warning, right? Mm-hmm. And while they're choking him, the girl is saying, "Please don't hurt him." Now, a lot of women feel like that, and they don't want their abuser to get hurt. I mean, I'm no a psychologist, so I don't really know the ins and outs of it. But yeah, I think that's where the difficulty is. It's they feel like attached to that thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like men who do that are weak people.
Mhm.
And a lot of times women have this nurturing effect where they want to take care of wounded birds or weak people.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if that is the reason why.
Mhm.
But I could tell you the men who do it have some flaws,
Mhm.
clearly. And why they don't leave, maybe they're trying to help them. Maybe they think that they can fix them. But, you know, more often than not, you can't do that. You can't fix a person who's got that. Especially during, you can't fix it while in the relationship a lot of times. Like that person has to want help to not be an abusive ass dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, I could tell my advice to women who have brothers or uncles or fathers in their lives that are being abused, you better go tell your brother.
Mhm.
You go tell your brother. Let me tell you something. If somebody told me somebody told me they was putting their hands on my sister, I can kiss every contract I have goodbye because I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody ever put their hands on my daughter, I'm going to jail because I'm gonna kill somebody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to go to your big brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to go to somebody who could overpower that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just go handle it. You know, I don't know. That'd be my advice. Or just fight back.
Yeah.
Fight back. Men are weaker than you think. You kick a man right in his dick. You go kick that motherfucker in his dick. Watch him go. You got 10 seconds before that nut come back down from the abdomen. And you better go.
It's 2024. Some men don't have dicks. All right, so we gon' segue right into did we lose Lamorne? do we lose Lamorne?
Oh no. Oh my God.
All right, we gotta get out of here soon.
We'll kick that nigga in his clit. Whatever you gotta do, kick him
down there.
Kick him. Fight back. Do what you gotta do. Survive, please.
Let's talk about the cast dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your favorite person to work with on Fargo?
Myself, you know.
Damn.
I gotta say, no. That's hard to say because I say Juno. I learned more from her, working from her because she would sit there and like work the scene with me. Like
right.
Everybody is. If you watch the show, you'll go. People can't pick their favorite character sometimes because everybody's so fucking dope.
How does she talk in real life, or is she?
She's British. She talks a bit.
She
like
British?
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of that.
You ever see Ted Lasso? She on Ted Lasso. That's her real accent in Ted Lasso.
Wait, what? She British?
British as hell.
She good, bro.
She's great.
She great.
She is great. You know, she stayed in that accent the whole time we were there.
Oh, even offset?
Yeah, even offset. You know, she stayed that way because I mean, she's a real actor who's like, you know what? This is how I stay in it. You know what I mean? And she's good. You probably got to improvise a little bit. You want to make sure you're saying the right things. You know, you don't want to drop the ball on it when you're on set. So you make your mistakes offset. You know what I'm saying? You make your mistakes when you're hanging out with your friends, and you might say something that sounds a little off, and you got to go and like check that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I would say she was great to learn from for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we all hung out.
Learning in what way?
I just watched her process. I just watched how focused she was when we were on set.
What's her process?
Well, I don't know her process at home, but when we're on set, she's in the character the whole time. And she's talking to you about stuff, past stuff with your character and about her character. She's trying to give a back and forth. She was asking me personal stuff about my family life, about my, my upbringing, and and maybe that forms who can I steal some stuff from my past for my character. She was talking about her past.
She's asking about Lamorne's past or your character's past?
Lamorne's past.
Well, and how does that help her character?
Well, she's getting to know me better, and she's getting there's a psychology behind understanding who you're working with.
Yeah,
you get to set, for example, and you work with somebody for the very first time. You're not as comfortable being free and vulnerable in front of this stranger,
right?
But when I get to know you, when I know all about your past, when I know about personal stuff about your life, if I know more personal stuff about you, I feel free to take bigger risks in front of you.
Agreed.
I'm more comfortable crying on camera. I'm more comfortable trying something so big that might not work because I know you're not going. I'm comfortable around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm more comfortable when I'm working with friends. You know what I'm saying? We did something. Kyle and I are here. We did something with my buddy Dom. We did it with LeBron's company called Larry Moses Bryant.
Oh yeah, I
The
remember.
crossover. I was so comfortable in that. People ask me what's my favorite character to play in just like general. I go that character because it was so stupid. But I had a lisp. I was being weird. I was doing all kinds of stuff, man. And like, hey, man, I was just being stupid and slow, and not all of it worked. But in the edit, it did. In the edit, it came out great. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't a chance to see it, it's the crossover. It's on YouTube. The Tale of Larry Moses Bryant. But my point is that I'm comfortable with these guys. These are my closest friends. You know what I'm saying? So I can go take big swings and fuck up in front of them.
Right.
I felt like that's what she was doing. She was trying to get to know me more, so she felt more comfortable.
And when she's asking this question, she asking in her character or she in British accent?
No, she's in her character still.
No way.
She did not drop the character.
Are you serious?
Bro, she better clean up in Emmy time because she was great.
And did you do that for the Vin Diesel movie?
The British accent? No. I was in Africa. You know how hard it was? I was in Cape Town. Everywhere the accents were, I was like, what accent is this? Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Come hang out with us, man. Come kick it.
That's good.
I don't know. No, it's not.
Well, for African?
Yeah, I was hearing that accent while trying to do a British accent while I got Vin going. I was like, I was hearing all kinds of shit.
What the noise was Vin making?
You know, I can't impersonate that man, but you can't. Well, you couldn't miss him. That man's voice is very distinct, and I'm like, it's Vin Diesel. So part of me is like, God damn, that's Vin Diesel. Right. And he doing his voice sound just like it doing the movies, man. Look at Vin Diesel. And here I am like, hey, man, you know. I'm like, fuck. And then my dialect coach, when I was in South Africa, was South African. So this man is teaching me how to do a British accent.
He ain't even from there.
With his South African accent. And then I go out to the bars or restaurants or wherever, and everybody got a South African accent. Dang. And I'm like, this is confusing. Yeah. So it was hard for me to stay in character.
Okay. Did you guys hang out outside of work? Like, did you guys go to the bar? Did you guys go party, clubbing?
Yeah, we did it all. We didn't go clubbing. We don't live a lifestyle like you do, Batch. You can catch them at your local party.
But you guys went to bars and had
bars, restaurants. Calgary has the don't sleep on the Calgary food scene. If you are a foodie, go to Calgary. Calgary is a beautiful place. Fargo makes it look like it's this desolate place, but the outskirts, the farmland areas are, sure. But in the city, it looked like a regular city. Skyscrapers, high rises, apartment buildings, like, you know, the restaurants and bars are some of the best I've ever had. And I've traveled a lot of places. It might be number 3 in the food scene.
Really?
You might go Chicago, New York, Calgary.
Wow.
Because I haven't been to Japan, but I hear the food is great in Japan. They treat their food with love. I haven't been, but I don't know.
What other actors did you hang out with besides her?
David Risdall, who plays Wayne on the show. Richard Morjani. Plays Indira, Joe Keery, John Hamm. We all hung out. Jennifer Jason Leigh. We had dinners often. Sam
Joe
Spruill.
Keery, he's Stranger Things, right?
Stranger Things.
Now, since you guys are enemies in the show, how did that dynamic work in real life offset?
I mean, we were close. You know what I mean? We still are. He's the homie. Like when you're working with good actors, man, you know whatever their process is, you adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't like stay enemies in between scenes. You know what I'm saying?
What was his process?
I don't know. I don't know. But I could tell you he on set he could switch into it, switch off of it. That's the same with John Hamm. I mean, you watch the show, you see how menacing he is.
Oh my God, he's
but
great.
The moment we sit down in Video Village, we're just talking shit about sports and like life, and you know he's gonna get married and he's gonna go do this, and we're just like kicking it. And then once he's back in character, he's this person.
So you think that maybe these people do their work before coming to
Oh,
set. Yeah.
Absolutely. You don't want to waste everybody's time trying to workshop your shit
Mhm.
on the day. We ain't got that much time for you
Right.
to be like trying to figure it out, you know. So everybody's on their own time rehearsing. Sometimes we would read with each other outside of it. You know, a few times myself, Richa, Joe, David, we would get together, Sam, and like run the scenes outside of work. You know what I mean? Because we had a lot of downtime in between scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Juno was always on camera, so there'd be days where it's all Juno, and then for like a whole week we ain't doing nothing. So what do? Let's just work on our other scenes. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on other scenes. Let's go eat a bunch of food. Let's grow our bellies to the size that come out like this, and then you can't see your penis.
Nice. Did you have sex with anybody on the show?
On the show?
Offset.
No.
Damn. I
stayed dry out there, man.
Really?
Dedicated.
You were celibate?
Yeah, celibate.
Damn. All right, cool. We're gonna finish this off with some rapid questions.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what was that look?
No, something with my eye.
You had sex with somebody.
I've been blinking this whole thing. My eye is just when it get late.
Wait.
When the caffeine wear off, the eye.
Are you single? Are you a single man?
I'm a single man.
Okay.
I wasn't out there.
What's your type?
Fellatiating and cunnilingus.
What's your
Whatever
type?
you young kids do it. Scissoring. I wasn't scissoring.
Oh, there you go. Progressive. I like that. You're learning. You're learning.
I wasn't out there bumping tips.
Right.
I wasn't doing anything like that.
Right.
I was just about the craft.
What's your type?
Shout out Robert Kraft. What'd you say?
What's your type of woman?
What's my type of woman?
Yeah. What you look for?
Nowadays, I want somebody with kids, man. 'Cause I got a daughter. And
Really?
Yeah. But that's just, I probably just said that out loud. I don't know if that's really what I want, but I definitely want somebody that is funny, mature, and, you know, it is down to be boring at times. Because, you know, in LA, unfortunately, it's like if you're not taking people to do exciting things, they're not excited about it. So I don't want to be your primary source of entertainment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to have a good time anywhere we go.
Do you think that's because of age? Because I think I've gotten to that point too. Because back in the day, I was like, "Yo, let's go to the club, let's do this." But now,
you were taking helicopter rides.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. I was him.
You still are.
Yeah, sometimes I got a helicopter ride in 20 minutes. All right, we gonna ask some rapid questions. You just answer them as fast as you can, top of your head.
Okay.
Top of your head.
Also, Zoe Kravitz. That's what I want in a woman.
Oh, she just got.
Yeah, I know, but this is Hollywood. Will it last? I hope it does because I root for love.
Right, but your fingers are crossed right now.
My legs are crossed too.
Oh damn! Everything crossed.
So my eyes. But if it don't work out between them, I will gladly be here waiting to pick up the pieces.
Damn. Okay. All right. All right. So rapid questions. Don't think.
Zoe. Sorry, I was about to sing a song in her honor, but you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because when the spirit moves you sometimes you got to do what the spirit say.
Go ahead. Profess your love. Profess your love.
I wanna make love to you respectfully, of course, and with your permission, and only if you're not, still with Channing Tatum. Seems like a great guy. But in the event that he leaves you, or you leave him, that's happening now. Women are leaving men.
Why are you doing Donald Trump? Women are leaving men.
I will be there. Sorry.
Right. Okay. So, improv only, no singing.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. You got that out your chest?
Yeah, that's off the chest now.
All right. So, wow, that was one of the questions on here, but we'll get to that. All right. Now, I want you to answer these off the top of your head.
Oh, let's go.
Top of your head. Don't think about it. If you don't have the answer, just say pass. Okay? All right. Ever sent a text message to the wrong person and instantly regretted it?
Yes.
Craziest place you ever had sex?
A car.
Craziest fan encounter?
Somebody showed me a tattoo of myself on them.
What?
Yeah, there's another one. There was a woman who asked me to sign her boobs in front of her husband. He was like this.
Oh, he was a cut.
I was like, God damn.
That's a cut.
Like, you sure, bro? bro? He's like, yeah, sign her tits, dude. I was like, this sounds like a setup, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
You ever smashed a girl in front of her husband?
No, I told you I don't have sex, man. I don't. That's not me. I'm asexual.
Right. Guilty pleasure. Sex.
Cartoon porn.
Cartoon porn?
Guilty pleasure? Guilty pleasure. Pass.
Wait, have you watched cartoon porn before?
When I was a kid, when I found out porn was a thing, and I was like, this ain't porn if it's a cartoon, right? And somebody was like, no, that's a big category. I was like,
Really?
What? You know, hentai is one of the most, it might be the most searched thing on Pornhub.
Really?
It's called hentai. Yeah.
And what they do?
They'll put like Disney characters boning like Marvel characters. You'll have Incredible Hulk throwing green dick to Snow White.
Hold on, I'm gonna type this in right now.
Hentai, Hentai.
Let me see. On Pornhub?
On Pornhub, hentai, #1 search thing. I think it gets more searches than like Joe Biden. People Google
HENTAI. Oh, first one that popped up.
Yeah, buddy. Get prepared to feel bad about yourself. Whoa!
It's an ad.
Oh.
These damn ads.
Just fast forward.
Oh, there's no porn right now. It's
just fast forward. Fast forward to the...
They got story. So the teacher just walked in.
It's a teacher? I must know more.
It's a group of people just sitting down.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, man, it's big. It's a big category.
This guy's crying. He's like, what kind of party is this?
Oh, yeah.
She said, I found a video.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Titty just popped out.
Titty. Sometimes you got to have areola. You got to have areola. Ooh, what you see? Entrance. Ooh. What you see?
She begging for it.
Oh.
Let me fast forward.
Yeah. Oh.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
I can't look away. Yo, that is weird.
It's nasty.
That is weird. Let me delete this off my search for the cops get me. Because that's liable to get me on the list for the Epstein list, right?
Yeah, if you're looking at cartoon porn, you was on that island.
All right, let's get back to the questions. Oh shit, I gotta go. All right. Craziest thing you've done for a role?
Audition. That's it.
You ain't hit a casting couch? All right.
Yeah, nah.
If you could swap lives with any character you played with, who would it be?
Okay, swap lives. Winston Bishop from New Girl.
Nice. Celebrity crush. Oh, we already know that. If you could get away with one illegal thing without any consequences, what would it be?
Rigging the lottery once it hits $2 billion.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
Most embarrassing song on your playlist?
A song by Engelbert Humperdinck called Quando, Quando, Quando. Tell me when will you be mine? You don't know that song?
All right, no more.
Tell me quando, quando, quando.
All right, okay.
We can share love divine.
Okay.
Please don't make me wait again.
All right, okay.
When will you say yes to me? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Tell me quando, quando, quando.
Aren't you from the hood?
Sorry, that's why it's embarrassing. This is why it's embarrassing.
All right. Have you ever lied about your age?
Yes.
Craziest dare you've accepted?
I pass. I don't do dare.
What's your most controversial opinion about a popular movie or TV show?
That I think Anatomy of a Fall was a dog shit film.
Damn. Whew. What's the biggest misconception people have about actors?
That, like you said, they're all gay.
Huh?
They're all gay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what you think. I don't know. Misconception about actors is that we're stupid. People say actors are stupid.
If you could read the mind of one person for a day, who would it be and why?
Bill Gates. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
With them bunkers.
Man, he got a lot of bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of bunkers. I'm trying to, tell me what's going on so I can build some bunkers. Don't be out there by yourself hoarding all the farm food. Talking about, I'm 800 feet deep in the earth. Nigga, I want to be, wherever you go, I want to go.
Damn. At what point do you think it's necessary to disclose your celebrity status in a new relationship, especially if it hasn't come up naturally?
in the age of social media, they got to know who you are. Let's just
what
be
if?
honest. Let's say they didn't have social media.
Mhm.
Then who is this person? A witch? A sorcerer? Like I tell her from the beginning. You know what I mean? Hey, our first date. By the way, you do know I'm a big deal, baby.
Just hit that with that Will Ferrell?
Nah, I think they'll figure it out. When I say I got to go to work, and they say, "What do you do for a living?" I'll be like,
Or you walk out in public and everybody's like, "Oh, that's him."
Yeah, that usually happens.
In what ways might the fear of public scrutiny influence your decision in personal relationships?
People in this day and age, people have opinions on everything that you do. So who you date, if I'm dating somebody who's not in the limelight and don't like to be in the limelight, the one thing that I would hate is if I got so popular that people started like commenting on the person that I was dating in a negative fashion. Because then now they're not used to that type of scrutiny. I'm used to people saying all kinds of negative shit about me. That's just part of the business. People don't like your performance. People don't like the gaps in your teeth. You think your forehead too big. There's all kinds of shit people don't like about you. I'm used to it. They might not be used to it.
Forehead not that big.
So, my hairline start where it shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? My forehead. I'm gonna go to Turkey and get that.
You gonna get that
Tracy McGrady.
The Tracy McGrady. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna go ahead and get that T-Mac, get my hairline back.
Mm.
But I think I'm good.
Yeah, you good. You good. Just wear a hat if you need to. How would you handle the situation if the relationship became public without your consent?
If it became public without my consent?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's life. It happens. I don't mind it.
If your one night stand threatens to expose the affair, how would you handle that?
If I'm single and I had a one night stand,
yeah,
just say congratulations, baby. Congratulations. Welcome to the life.
Damn.
Well, it depends on who the person was.
Right. What if it was like, a mistake?
Yeah, if it was a mistake and they exposed it,
Mm-hmm.
also, that comes to the territory. If I'm a public figure and they want to talk about it, I can't stop them from doing that,
When you're in a relationship, how do you handle temptation with fame?
Just cheat, just do it.
Wait, no, that ain't the right answer that you're supposed to give.
How do you handle temptation? If I knew the answer to it, a lot of problems would be solved. The Hollywood marriages wouldn't be breaking up at the rapid rate that they are, because it's hard. It's just one of the more difficult. Even if without being a celebrity, it's just difficult. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm not married right now, because it's tough. I'm not saying that I'm a cheater, but cheat adjacent.
Cheat adjacent?
No, I'm just saying.
You could have just said pass.
Oh yeah, rewind. Ask me a question again.
How would you handle temptation if you're in a relationship?
Cheat. Fuck, I said it again. One more time.
How would you handle temptation if you're in a relationship?
Nice try, batch. Pass.
Okay, good.
I'm not falling for that one.
What steps did you take to maintain professionalism on a set, considering the intimate encounter you both had? If you slept with a castmate before.
Wait, if you slept with a castmate before?
If previously you guys have had an intimate relationship, how do you keep it professional on set?
I've never done that.
Oh, you've never had... Oh.
I never slept with a castmate.
Oh.
I keep it all the way professional.
But what if you had before? What if your ex, if you're now working with the ex?
I take that back. I just thought about something. Yeah. What would I do if we were working together?
Yeah. How do you keep it professional?
I'm a professional, so you just have to. You know what I mean? You have a discussion beforehand. It's like when you have a kissing scene with somebody, you talk about it beforehand. What are you comfortable with? You want me to pull your hair? You want me to...
Wait, what? What kind of scene? Was that a hentai scene?
There's a lot of hair pulling in hentai. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't feel pain because they're cartoons. You know what I'm saying? So I just, honestly, you just talk about it. You have a discussion. You're both grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? We both have a goal here, which is to make the best possible project we can. Don't fuck it up by being stupid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we did.
Also, pass.
All right, that was good. Congratulations. Thank you,
Thank
Lamorne
you.
Morris. Let us know where we can find you.
You can find me. You want me to tell my address?
Preferably not.
Oh, you mean like socially?
Yeah, socially.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Lamorne. You just please check out Fargo. It's the greatest show this year, I think.
I think so too.
And so hopefully the Emmys will show us some love. You know what I'm saying?
Any other projects you have coming up?
Unstable on Netflix, season 2 coming soon, and there is another project. When is this dropping?
Like 3 days.
Can't tell you about the other project, but there is another project. It's a pretty big one coming soon. I can tell you offline about it.
Oh yeah, please.
I can't tell you on camera. You know what I'm saying? It involves. I tell you a secret. It involves cartoon pornography.
Oh, hentai.
Nice. Yeah, I'm developing a TV show
around it. Inside of it.
An animator. No, it's about an animator who wants to work for Disney, but instead he ends up working for a hentai porn company as an animator, and he becomes a hentai porn kingpin.
Can I audition?
Yeah, sure. There is this character who gets fucked by 8 dicks on an alien.
See, I don't
you want
that character?
Oh, to play that character?
No, yeah, not. Is there any other roles?
Oh yeah, you can play the main character.
Yeah, play the main character.
You're the animator. You draw porn.
Oh, I draw the porn.
You draw the porn.
I don't want to draw dicks for the rest of my life.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, but like, I could be doing other stuff with my time.
You don't want to draw dicks for the rest of There's worse jobs you could be doing. You could be taking dick for a living.
Yeah, I'll draw the dicks.
Yeah.
I'll draw the dicks. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. King's Court. We are not sponsored. I don't have a sponsor. This was just here for him to drink, and he didn't even drink it.
Let me see. You ain't got a sponsor yet?
No.
Patch, you're one of the most famous people in the world.
I know. I just started. Why would you say that, Cat?
There's Mr. Harvey Weinstein tried to lick my butt in front of my manager and my agent. When I walked in the room, heads go down.
Go down. I'm King Batch. Thank you guys for watching King's Court. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.